cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in too. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in too. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you from, life is coexistence, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you from, life is coexistence, but to know the real, you just gotta listen.
What up, everybody, and welcome to the 52 Scott Podcast. This is For Women Wednesday. I'm your host, Freddie G, joined by my co-host, K Money, Slash, and Comedian 96. Collectively, we are the Mind of Men. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at 52 Scott Podcast, on Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast, and for all my YouTubers, don't forget to like and subscribe. Welcome to Women Wednesdays. So, I want to start this show off a little different today. I want to start with the reading of Proverbs 18:22, the King James Version. He who finds a wife find a good thing and obtain favor from the Lord. So with that being said, ladies, when you point one finger at him, 3 is pointing back at you. So let me elaborate. Notice it says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. Well, we as men, we may go out and find someone we think is a good wife. But ladies, it's still your choice. You choose us. So that got me to thinking, well, if the women choose us, and if they're pointing fingers at us and he's lazy, he won't work, he ain't got no job, he's abusive, he's controlling. Yeah, he's an alcoholic. He's a habitual cheater. That's a lot of finger pointing. But 3 pointing back at you because you chose him.
You chose.
So, fellas, what y'all think about that?
That's a good point you're making, Freddie G, and I don't think folks realize that, the analogy being used is so real that, it's all about accountability. You say initially the ladies choose us. Once the approach is made, they make that ultimate choice to decide whether or not they want to fool with us or not. But then after the fact, they see a lot of negativity that they start pointing fingers. But in reality, this is who you picked.
Yep.
Right.
So I want you to take your list, Freddie G, and start from number 1, the bad ones. Start the first one. What was the first one? I think you said abusive. I don't know. I can't remember what.
No, it's not so much as a list. I was just rattling off a few things. He's lazy.
He's lazy, but he make me tingle. What's the next one?
Oh, he's an alcoholic.
He's an alcoholic, but he make me tingle. What's the next one?
He's abusive.
He's abusive, but he make me tingle.
He's a habitual cheater.
He's a habitual cheater, but he make me tingle.
And one more. He's financially irresponsible.
He's financially irresponsible, don't pay no bills, plays video games all day, but he make you tingle.
That tingle got an asterisk by it, huh?
Yeah.
Well, once you get to the
women date for the tingle.
But once you get to the financial part, I think for the women they done when it get to that part.
No.
At a certain age, I agree with you, Slash.
At a certain age, maybe I'll say, those. I ain't gonna say a certain age. It could be.
Yeah, man.
It could be a woman that that has a lot of responsibility at a young age. It just depends on how much responsibility.
But let me show you something. She's going to either way get tired of you being broke the whole time y'all in this relationship. Mm-hmm. She's going to eventually get tired of that.
So let me ask y'all, what do you say to the women who choose the man, but she say, I chose him because he came in deceit. He pretended to be something that he was not.
Well, he couldn't have made her think he was rich. If he was broke,
Well, what about him driving a fancy car?
yeah, that could have done it.
What about the clothes he have
They
on?
do that too,
What about the cubic zirconia in his ears?
and you know that
around
makes
his
him
neck?
irresponsible.
Yeah, they looking
It's
at
irresponsible.
the wrong thing.
But that's what they
Material
look
things.
at. Right. It's all about what you see,
Right.
what a person have. You
Right.
know.
It is not this day and time. You know, back in the day, when we used to get married or be with somebody, it was for better or for worse. This day, it's for better, and if it get worse,
I'm out.
I'm gonna give me a spare tire.
I'm out.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
I'm out, or I'm gonna give me a spare tire until the spare tire is full, and I think he can replace my. Then they're gonna go on to the next one.
Right.
You know, they're gonna go. And I hate to say it, but I think these day and age, most, not all, just most of them go to the highest bidder.
So what about the females who say that, okay, he pretended to be something that he wasn't, and he was just a good liar, and he made me choose him. Well, not so much as he made. I chose him because of what he pretended to be, and now I'm in love. Whose fault is that?
I still think it's the female's fault.
I mean, yeah, you have to blame the female. I mean, no one controls your emotions, but you can when emotions comes into play, it can become difficult. But no one can control how you feel. And, I mean, as far as like with the remote control, so to speak.
Yeah. And the thing is, this day and age also, like, the times have changed. Women are used to or was raised to accept compliments, but they can't accept criticism at all.
Facts.
You can accept the compliment, but you can't anything bad about her. Oh no, yeah. Oh no, what you talking about? They're gonna push it off on the man every time. Every time a breakup happens, it cannot be the man's fault. Every time. So, them taking accountability for their actions doesn't happen, and it needs to be addressed. Nothing happens to them. I mean, it's so much that happens in the world right now that females are not held accountable, that it should be locked up. It's so many, but I don't want to name names. I want to get into that, but they're not.
You say they should be locked up.
They should be locked up for the things they done. I mean, I'm not gonna name any names, but I know some of y'all know who I'm talking about. Like, God, you really did this?
No,
to
I
the
agree.
dude?
Females should be locked up for a lot of shit that they do, man. You know,
Exactly. I mean,
there's a lot of guys out there paying child support for a baby or a child that they were told was theirs. And,
it's not even theirs.
right. So that should be.
I think you should be burnt at the stake. If a man been paying child support on your child for, I don't care if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, and you had him believe that it was his child, and the whole time it wasn't, and he done paid umpteen amount. You, darling, and you knew it wasn't his child, and you knew it wasn't his child, and you knew it wasn't his child. You, darling, should be burnt at the stake.
So let me play devil's advocate here. When it comes to, you said if a guy is paying child support on a child that's not his, and she knew that it wasn't his. Well, this segment is about females and their choice in men, and the man being a deadbeat guy, right?
Right.
And he went out to find this woman, but ultimately this woman chose him.
Correct.
She chose a deadbeat. Well, on the flip side of that, of what you're saying, then, if a guy goes out to find a woman, and of course she's making a choice, but you, said dude, found somebody that was a deceitful person, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You went and got with somebody that tricked you.
Right.
bamboozled you.
Right.
So now when he goes out and say, man, she messed over me, and she said that was my baby. Here it is, I'm paying child support.
Right.
So in terms, what that is the opposite of this show, this segment. where
Those three fingers are
those
pointing
three
back.
fingers are pointing back at him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because-
but he's paying financially.
Yes. So
She's not paying
if you lose
financially
it-
when
Well,
those three fingers are pointing back
What
at
he
him.
should
lying.
have did was got the test done immediately when he found out she was pregnant.
So, K Money, you said that he's not paying financial. I mean, he's paying financially, and she's not.
not.
So, what happens if this woman who chose this man and he's unemployed, he's living with her, he doesn't cook, he doesn't bring hardly nothing in the house, she gets up and goes to work.
She still got to live. He's just mooching off of her, you know.
But so if financially, is she paying financially?
I mean, he's eating what she's eating.
Bro, let me,
He's laying up, you know what I'm saying? She gonna lay. She still has a roof over her head. She's allowing him to utilize that same roof.
let's switch that,
Okay.
right? Mm-hmm. I'm the guy, and this girl is at my house.
True story.
She don't cook. She don't clean. All she do is lay in the bed. She's here all the time. She don't do nothing. She don't clean, cook, nothing. She'll get up and wash, take a bath, girl stuff, do her hair, all that. But she don't do nothing effective, doesn't do anything that's going to help me. Why would she be in my house?
Because she'll make you tingle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. A woman, if a guy is not providing financially, if he's not watching the kids, he's there for a reason.
He has that wild card.
He
which is
got that. Yeah, it has to be, because I mean, no woman in ain't right mind is not finna live. If dude ain't hitting that right spot, he ain't finna lay up in that house and not pay no bills.
What about the dudes that are Debos? The dudes that okay, he may not be hitting the right spot.
Oh, the Lamars, the Lamars. Oh, sorry.
He may not be hitting the right spot, or whatever the case may be, but she's afraid of him, and she's afraid to put him out. She don't want to tell him he got to go. We're gonna break up. But the dude ain't doing nothing.
So what is she afraid of?
Yeah.
Getting beat the hell up. He's abusive.
Oh,
That's why.
He's abusive.
I thought you said he wasn't doing anything, but I misinterpreted.
Yeah. He's
I'm so sorry.
He's abusive.
That's why I say I'm saying shout out to BMF. That's why I call it Lamar. I'm sorry. Shout out
Now
to BMF.
she need to reach out to some officials if she afraid
Yeah.
in her
Some-
own home.
yeah, but sometimes you have women who are so afraid
Yes.
that they
I understand.
I know
that
somebody
they,
right
that they
now.
won't
Mhm.
that they will not call authorities.
I understand,
Uh-huh.
but you got to be safe in your own home. If you're not safe in your own home, that's a problem
And
for
when I was,
anybody.
yeah, it's
Okay,
it's,
so she's not safe in her own home. Mm-hmm. So we're circling back around to this topic, right? Mm-hmm. Those three fingers are pointing back at her when she talks to her girlfriends on the phones. This nigga don't do this, and I did say
Right.
the N word, and the N word doesn't necessarily means black either. So he doesn't do this. He doesn't do that. Those three fingers are pointing back at her because she is the ultimate one who chose him. Right?
correct. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she chose him.
Yeah, she definitely did. It's all on her.
You know, and in the previous conversation, that was another example where I feel females should be locked up. You know, if what was it? What you I think what we were just previously talking about the last you mentioned the female. God, lost my train of
Which
thought.
one?
It was this very last scenario you were
About
using, Freddie G.
about her being intimidated by him and afraid.
Yeah. If a female was getting beat, you know, a lot of females lie about that.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
guys
they do.
guys have to pay.
Not
so
only
I'm just
that-
saying that's another example on.
Most of the time, they are the aggressors. So they can't.
They take advantage of the system, knowing that the system is for them.
Correct.
regardless of they choose this deadbeat.
Yeah.
And the nigga wasn't shit when they chose him, but he put on a facade that she fell for.
Mm-hmm.
That's her fault. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure it had to have been some kind of red flags in the beginning anyway that you look for.
Before the tingle came involved.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's hard to look for something.
Did you know the man had a job?
Look, it's hard
What did you find out about the man?
Sometimes they bypass those obvious signs.
When you're deceived by the tingle, bro, know it.
This is before the tingle even came into play.
Yeah, before they even
Some females have, those standards where, believe it or not, there are some out there that have those old school values where they're not fucking the night the first day.
And I tell you what, if you ain't that, I'm not fooling with you anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm not finna.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Maybe not get into that part.
Make me wait 90 days.
Yeah.
I got more respect for you.
Not mine. I don't mind.
You know?
Not me. 90 days. You better make me make 90 minutes. We need to be scheduling what we going.
I would question somebody that want to give it up right away.
Yeah, that's
that's kind of especially when I'm again. Mm-hmm. He who finds
facts.
Yeah.
A wife.
Yeah.
Finds a good thing. So if I'm going out, whether it's consciously or unconsciously, going to find a wife. Mm-hmm. And I know it may sound like contradictory, consciously or unconsciously, but y'all get my point. I'm going out to find a wife. I wouldn't want a wife that's going to sleep with me the first night. I wouldn't mind
it at all. I ain't gonna worry about. I ain't gonna worry about if I'm gonna get some later on. And she gave me some right there. Oh, I know she's a freak.
So if a chick sleep with y'all the first night, she's automatically
gonna
ruled out.
No.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying she's automatically ruled out.
Yeah.
But I will say that I would question how many times has she done this.
Okay, I feel that.
I would question.
Am I the first? I know this ain't the first time she's done it.
But your game just could have been,
Well, I'm not. Listen, I'm not saying that she's not wifey material if she sleeps with me the first night. What I am saying is, I will question in my mind. Damn, how many has she
I'm
done?
definitely
this
questioning.
Am I special for the first night, or you make this the first night
That's
habit?
you
always doing this.
But then at that,
of course,
you don't know.
Yeah, I know.
She not gonna tell you. I
Yeah,
do this all the
it's just a
time.
question in your mind.
We ain't talking about the when you went over to Brazil or to Bahamas and got
That's good.
JoJo
How you perform on that first night?
Look, let me tell you.
You know?
I mean, you actually it depends on how she moves, but depends on how she moves. So the first night, but it doesn't matter.
Just remember, man. This is a good show, man. But just remember, ladies, when you point the finger at that deadbeat dude, remember 3 fingers are pointing back at you. This concludes another dope episode. Tune in tomorrow for Think Thursday. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at 52 Scott Podcast, on Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. And for all my YouTubers, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Remember, the only way we grow is if you let them know.